So some of these books say you shouldn't show somebody the mandala before they're ready for it. Don't share it with the uninitiated. Some people like, what does that mean? How can you initiate anybody without sharing it with the uninitiated? Well, my guru said that that was a reference to drug use. That if you work on your capacity to visualize without drugs, then you will see the mandala in your mind's eye when you are initiated. When your initiation seed has borne fruit, you will see the mandala in your mind's eye. You will see the deity in your mind's eye. If you use drugs, if you give somebody drugs and then describe it to them and then they are able to see it. We paint tonkas and we put them everywhere, and it's very rare that there's one that we wouldn't show somebody. I don't know that that even exists. Maybe not. You don't show the really scary ones to a kid that's going to terrify them until they don't want to come back. But you want them to understand that there's a wrathful side to this too, so they don't run around thinking that there's no consequences. But drugs that cause hallucination or even cause other states of mind are showing these things to the uninitiated. That instead of building the muscles to develop these things on yourself, it's just taking you all the way up to the top and then dropping you down and giving you false expectations and if you drug somebody, which in my case, my initial drug use was involuntary. And then later I used drugs to understand what had happened to me. And when I got to the point that I was just going to turn into this lather, rinse, repeat kind of cycle of things, and I'd gone through everything a certain number of repetitions of times, I cold turkeyed and walked away. But, and even at that point, people were like, she's not trying to get drugs I've cut her off a few times trying to make her come back to me, to get stuff, and she just doesn't come back. And I don't think I can trust this person. If I can't work her like that, I can't work with this person. And they were saying that over and over again about me. So many people said that about me as their justification as to why they should put me on the death list. So, and then again, also, nobody's being killed when we're sitting there meditating and trying to build up our minds. But in order to show people the mandala through drugs, you have to kill people in the neighborhoods in which they're being made, because you're giving them heart failure, you're giving them organ damage, you're causing them even to commit suicide.